know someone who just annoys you, gets under your skin, or they're a group of people, certain things that you read, that you hear, that you see, that just boil your blood. You cannot understand why some people think this way or some people think that way. It just makes you mad, you get angry, you just start feeling certain ways in your body. Well, it is for us that we must, if we want to have peace within ourselves, because that will never end. We will never agree with people. We will always have our blood boiled or see what we don't agree with. But to choose to take the extra work, because it is, but it pays off, to take the extra work to find the similarities, to find something that you can agree with, or a way that you can just not go there in thought, because it really is in thought. Most likely, people that annoy you, you're not really around that much, hopefully. But if you are, if there's a coworker, if there's a family member, if there's a friend or somebody who you just have to be around that really, really annoys you and your stomach just churns and they don't know anything because you're nice and you don't want to say anything. Or maybe you do, maybe you argue with them regularly. But no matter what it looks like, when you don't like someone, when your thoughts about that person are negative, you're the only one suffering. We are the only one suffering. When I do not like someone, for whatever reason, I'm the only one that suffers. I'm the only one that suffers. And so to end this chapter, chapter 3 of As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, he talks about just that. So he goes on to say, on the faces of the aged, there are wrinkles made by sympathy, others by strong and powerful thought, pure thought, and others are carved by passion. Who cannot distinguish them? With those who have lived righteously, age is calm, peaceful, and soft. It's mellow, like the setting sun. I have recently seen a philosopher on his deathbed. He was not old except in years. He died as sweetly and peacefully as he lived. There is no physician like cheerful thought. There is no physician. There's no medicine quite like laughter or thinking positively. At the end of the day, when everything is just going to crap, when you just kind of break through and realize the hilarity, the what else can we do but laugh about it or get light about it, stop taking it so serious, because we're literally just running up against a wall, resisting and killing ourselves internally, if not externally. So there's no physician like cheerful thought for dissipating the ills of the body. There is no comforter to compare with goodwill for dispersing the shadows of grief and sorrow. To live continually in thoughts of ill will, cynicism, suspicion, and envy is to be confined in a self-made prison hole. That's kind of what I just kind of opened with. To live continually in thoughts of ill will, cynicism, suspicion, and envy, just having thoughts about other people or yourself that are of ill will, just cynical, suspicious. Oh, they're probably doing this. Just kind of nasty thoughts, dark thoughts, even if they're true, even if that person is like rotten. By you letting that get under your skin and getting emotionally involved with it, even if you're right, you're only harming yourself. That person doesn't care. Clearly, they don't care. They have no desire to change. If they do, you're clearly not the one to help them do it. They can only help themselves. So we create our own prison holes by holding negative, destructive, cynical, bitter, envious thoughts, suspicious thoughts of others. But to think well of all, to be cheerful with all, to patiently learn to find the good in all, such unselfish thoughts are the very portals of heaven. And to dwell day by day in thoughts of peace toward every creature will bring abounding peace to their possessor. At the end of the day, if you think about it in these terms, heaven or hell, there's a lot of talk about heaven and hell, as that's a place you go after you die. Heaven and hell is a place you go after you die. They're going to heaven, they're going to hell. I'm going to heaven, I'm going to hell, depending on how I live my life. Reframe it. For me, this helped. Heaven and hell is not a place I go after I die. Heaven and hell is right here, right now, depending on my mindset and my thoughts. I either live in a hell, experience hell. I see hell everywhere. Oh my God, this is just terrible. This is hell. I can't wait to die so I can go to heaven. No, I can live in heaven on earth right here, right now, because a state of heaven or hell is the state within. It's my atmosphere. It's my weather. It's my vibe. It's my frequency. I'm either vibing on a frequency of heaven or vibing on a frequency of hell at any given moment. And take that with you into your day. Notice, am I living in heaven or hell? Right here, right now, in my own mind, am I dwelling? Am I experiencing heaven or hell? In my opinion, is life a hellish state or is it a heavenly state? How do I feel? Is my body in a hellish state or a heavenly state? Are the people that I encounter in heavenly states or hellish states? We can tell where people live by the way they talk, by the way they act, by their body language. We can't hide. Energy cannot hide. And that's what's so, it's frightening. It's like, wow, how embarrassing, Carla, you know, especially being on, you know, social media and yapping and sharing my opinions. It's like, I can't hide a thing. I can't hide anything. What you see is what you get. And if I screw up, I screw up. Like, I can't hide it. If I'm bad or if I snap, if I have a bad day, it's like, I can't hide it. No one's perfect. I'm not. Maybe some people are, I'm not. The only job I have is to dictate whether I'm in heaven or I'm in hell with my thoughts. Because by my thoughts, by my fruit, by those seeds, those thought seeds, I will produce its like kind. So, am I in a heavenly state or a hellish state? Am I choosing heavenly thoughts or hellish thoughts? Because then that's what I'll experience. I hope you enjoyed that. That is chapter 3 of As a Man Thinketh. We will continue on Monday with thought and purpose. Have a wonderful weekend, and let's live in a heavenly state.